All right, we are live. We are back with Salma OLEA and her Metaphysical Hour. How are you, Salma?
Hi, I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Good, good, good. Getting ready here with this cold weather here in the Antelope Valley.
Yep, it's very cold out here too. It was actually kind of warm, quote unquote, out here, but it is pretty cold. It's winter time in Colorado.
Have you guys been getting snow?
We did last week. We haven't this week yet, no.
Oh, that's cool, cool, cool. So, what do you got for us today?
I wanted to talk a little bit more. Today I wanted to bring up a little bit about extraterrestrials and
Okay.
how they are getting involved in our lives nowadays.
Well, that's crazy because a lot of people say that they've been involved for a long time with technology and everything that's where we get like 5G and stuff like that. Is that kind of something similar we're talking about, or
Yes, exactly.
all right? Talk to me, tell us.
Okay, so first and foremost, I would like to let you guys know that unfortunately, extraterrestrials are not all physical. That's why when we try to seek for them and try to find like their bodies and stuff like that, it's very hard for us to encounter that because they're not three-dimensional like we are. They are more advanced, so they are able to manipulate that if they want to. They could be physical if they desire that, but for the most part, they are fifth dimensional and above, so they don't require a physical body. They're more of like a light being. So the only way that we can actually connect with them is if we raise our vibration to kind of meet up with theirs, or if they desire to speak to us and have connection with us. So that is one thing that a lot of people are very they don't believe in it because they say, well, there's no evidence, we haven't found really anything, and this is the reason why.
Wow. So then like in Spanish, a lot of people call them like a ser de luz, like a light being, right?
Correct.
Is that why they say it like that? Because they're like a light being. It's not something physical that you could see, but it's like something more of a light.
Yes, unless they desire, they could become physical, but for the most part, they don't need to be like us. They don't need to transport their bodies like we do. Like, oh, I want to go to New York, so I need to get my physical self, put it in an airplane, and fly to New York. Since they are pretty much like souls, like spirits, light beings, and they can be wherever they want, whenever they want. And that's another thing that people who don't believe in them say, well, there's no way they can travel. Maybe they do exist, but how would they get here or whatever? People say that is the argument they have, that nobody can travel so far because it takes millions of years to get from one galaxy to the next. Well, they travel differently. They don't have physical bodies, so they don't have to put themselves in a something and transport that.
Now, do you think that they exist in another planet? Like there is a planet like Earth for them where they live and they have families and stuff like that. Do you think that is true, or is that just something made up also?
No, they do. There's it's because there's like different levels and different races, different types. There's actually other planets like ours where we're evolving. We're not the only planet with like humans who are evolving. Like I said, extraterrestrials are more advanced, so they're here to kind of guide us, or they're here to teach us.
You know,
So sorry, go ahead.
I heard a funny joke. They said that extraterrestrials is just a bunch of billionaires from another planet, flying themselves into orbit. Like the guy from Tesla and stuff.
Or like Bezos.
Yeah,
Probably.
you know.
No, they don't need money or anything like that. But Yes, they do have families and stuff, but you know what I have learned is that some of them don't have like sexual organs like we do. Like I said, since they're light beings, they can just kind of procreate by mixing their energies to create a different being. But they don't need to have like sexual relations or anything like that.
Huh. So, like the images that people have of extraterrestrial, do you think that those are exact, or is that just something that is made up?
You know, it's very possible that they could be real. Nowadays, it's very hard to tell because people could just use Photoshop or do any type of way to manipulate a video or a picture. But like I said, if they do choose to, they could manifest themselves physically. So yes, you could certainly see them if they let you or if they want you to.
Now, let me ask you this: what's the difference between an extraterrestrial and I think, let me make sure this is the correct term, lizard person?
Oh, like a reptilian?
Yeah.
Well, they're extraterrestrial too. They're just okay. So a lot of people believe that they're just negative. Um, which yes, they do have a lot of negative um reptilians, but there are also positive ones. You know, just like there are bad people and there's good people, they have the same. They just have like a bad rep, but they're not. There's not much. I guess the difference would be their vibrational level. They're a little bit lower vibrational. They're more of fourth dimensional. So they're a little bit above us, but they're below all the light beings, which is why they still have that negative mentality of like taking over and conquering and being controlling and having power and stuff like that. That is all low vibrational things. So that is definitely very real too.
Okay. Now, how do okay, we have an idea of like extraterrestrials, that they're out of space, they're in their own galaxy, they could travel. But the reptilians, how do they come about? Like, where do they come from?
Okay, I don't know exactly where they came from, but I do know that they are here. They, if you really think about it, the reptilians were here before us. Like if you look back, what was here before humans really were? There was dinosaurs, right? They're
Right.
reptilians, they're reptiles. So this is like a reptilian Earth, you can say. So um, I do believe the extraterrestrials, like the positive ones, have tried to kind of get rid of them, but they haven't, since they have free will as well, they haven't really had to intervene like that yet, unless something really negative happens, then the positive extraterrestrials will have to come in and intervene.
Now, what I've heard is like the reptilian people, that they're very knowledgeable, they're very smart, and they have like a very high grade technology. And it's weird to me because supposedly they live below ground, right? That's where they come from. But there is I've seen a lot in conspiracy theories and everything. I've seen where one of the guys that was protecting ex-president Trump, they thought that he was a reptilian because of like he was wearing fake hands or something like that. Stuff like that. I don't know if that's just way out there, or if that could have some sense of possible truth to it.
It's not way out there. Actually, the reptilians are the people who are on top. Like I said, um, they are the type to want to be in control. They want to be in power. So all those people of power are reptilians. Yes. I don't know how. I don't know exactly how they disguise themselves. I think they're more of like shapeshifters. I think they could just shapeshift into whatever they want. But I have I have read about all that, and it is definitely true that all the people in power, and if you see, that's why there's like wars and stuff like that, because like I said, they're mainly hungry for power and control. And if you notice, people of high vibration and positive people don't really care for that.
Right. Now, that's very interesting, and it's more interesting because they're saying like the technology that we have today is not even a quarter of what they have, like what they have to offer as far as technology. And that's pretty scary because the technology we have today is pretty cool. know, look, you're in Colorado, I'm in California, and people worldwide are seeing us.
Right.
The phone's 5G. Even though my phone's 5G, it still works like a 4G. But what else can there be? Like, how much more advanced can technology be, and how is it that like the reptilians or the extraterrestrials have that technology?
You're asking how?
Yes. Or
Um, because they're just so much more advanced. This is why we're here to learn and to move forward along with that. And we just limit ourselves, so we haven't really allowed ourselves to grow more. But we have come a long way, like you mentioned. We do have a lot of great technology. We just need to use it for positive things, because when we start using technology or certain things for negative things, then that's when we go backwards. Um, and another thing that I know, or that I have read, is that the the high vibrational extraterrestrials do help us out, or mainly the scientists or people who invent things. They are the ones who kind of guide them and give them those ideas. Doesn't directly have to be like, oh, he appeared or I have connection with them. Some people do, but some people don't. They just kind of come up. You just kind of come up with the idea, or you kind of figure out how to do certain thing. Like, how do I know how to do this? There is a higher power guiding you, and that is how people were able to create electricity or a car or certain things like that that are beneficial to us. As a matter of fact, they gave us the gift of the nuclear, but we used it as a bomb. So we used it in a negative way. And that is something that is very upsetting for them, because that was supposed to be used in a positive way. And we have used it negatively now, and we can actually destroy the earth with that.
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Talk about world destruction.
Yeah. And then, so when they give us gifts, they want us to evolve, right? They're trying to help us. But when we use them in negative ways, they cannot intervene and kind of been like, hey, you can't do that. That is our free will. So that brings me to my next topic, which is they cannot intervene from the outside as extraterrestrials. So what they are doing is they are coming and trying to come inside and mingle with us inside, so that they can guide us, and um, they can so that they can give us that example of being good and doing the right thing. So they are incarnating now as human beings, but they come more advanced.
Wow. That's very interesting because you can see like sci-fi programs, you can see everything, and they make them look like they're bad. They make them look like there's something that if they come here, they could destroy and everything. But I have a feeling that more than anything, they they see us as mice, like lab rats.
You're not too far from the truth. Yes, it's not. Well, I guess you just kind of said it, kind of, when you put it that way, it sounds awful, but like lab rats, we are kind of like an experiment for them, and they're not going to harm us. We are their children. They have this is why a lot of people, if you really do research, a lot of people say that they have been abducted. And a lot of people say, oh, that's not true. Like, why would they abduct you and then bring you back? Because they do take samples, or sometimes they have tracking stuff so that they can see everything that's happening And then certain people who are more advanced, they take their DNA to compare it because their goal is to make like the perfect species.
Now, okay, uh, avradiofm.com, someone put a comment. It says, "Hi, well, never seen ET, but seen a UFO in the 80s. It flew distinctively." Now, do UFOs exist, you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And that is another way of them trying to kind of let us know that they are present. Like I said, they don't need to show or to let us know that they're here unless they want to. Sometimes you can see something and not everybody sees it. Maybe it's just for you. Um, but what I do know about their UFOs or their ships is that they don't need to control them like we do. They don't need to have like gas and like I need to like steer the wheels and all that. They can control them with their minds.
Wow. I wish I could control my car with the mind. Gas is super expensive,
Right.
you know. But that brings up an interesting point because yeah, they say UFO exists and they travel at light speed, and you would wonder what kind of fuel they use, and it makes sense that it's all mental.
Yeah, and they don't even need to travel that like I said, like I mentioned earlier, they could just go through like portals or like through dimensions. They don't need to travel like we do. And that this is why we don't understand and we sit here and say they don't exist. This is not true because our minds are so limited of just what we know, of what we understand. But if we understood much more, then we would, you know, we would know that this is how it is.
Now, do you think it's something that we don't understand, or is it something that we don't want to understand?
Or maybe something that people above them want us to know.
Or don't want us to understand?
Right.
Because I think, knowledge is power, and like you say, that there's a power trip, and I believe in the last 20 years to date, you've been noticing that power trip more and more in politics and everything. It hasn't been as bad as it is now, and I say it about maybe 15 years when Obama came into office, you started noticing more of that power trip going around. I don't know if you notice that, and that's what's had effect a lot on the country, the world, is the power trips. So that makes a lot of sense where you're saying, like, they give us gifts, but they want them to be used right, and they don't want it to fall into the hands of the power trip. And right now we're living in a world where there's a big power trip.
It is. You can see it on everything. Like I'm not sure if you know um that something as simple as this I don't even know where I read this, but I know. Um in California, there's not so much of like public transportation because I believe the tire companies wanted to sell more, so they bought that off so that people can use their cars and make more money. So it's just like greed. And the same thing with cars. We can move our cars without fuel. Yet they don't allow us to do that because then it's just greed. Then we won't use the gas. Like you said, it's expensive. Why you need it? You need it. You're gonna buy it regardless of how much it is.
Exactly.
So they're not gonna let us evolve into something that is that when so we don't need the gas for our cars.
Well, okay, and not only that, you know, uh, President Trump was in office. They opened up these pipelines and all this bullshit, right? And gas was at a certain price for years, for almost the 4 years he was in office. And yet, now they said that they want the green deal, where they want everything to be good, clean air, everything. Makes sense. Who doesn't want cleaner air? But now they're bringing in fuel, the oil from the Middle East, which, if you think about it, the boats that bring in the the fuel burn up nuclear. A lot of them use nuclear. They burn up fuel. They, all that's going to the air. And what if one of those boats has an accident? We don't really know it, but a lot of those boats have accidents. It's really common for them to have an accident, and we just don't know about it because we don't see it. But what about all that oil into the ocean?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that like, wait a minute? There's more chances of failure doing it that way than using the pipelines. And that's back goes back to the power trip. That's why
Mm-hmm.
sense it's the same thing. They want us to pay. They want us. They want to be able to control us, and the way they control us is taking our money away one
Mm-hmm.
way or another.
Right. So, what we need to do is evolve as a human race, and then we'll get rid of all the negativity. That is exactly what we're here for, and that is exactly what the Watchers, I guess you can call them, or the extraterrestrials want. They want us to evolve to where all this negativity is going to go away. And it all starts with us personally. Like, just be kinder, be nicer, try to raise your vibration. When you raise your vibration, you help the earth's vibration raise, and then it's contagious. And people around you will start acting like that. And then if you notice, negative people or people with lower vibrations don't want to be around you anymore. And it makes a lot of sense. Like, you don't fit in anymore.
Exactly. People that are not happy don't like to see happy people.
Exactly. Well,
But
I
the
haven't
key
had my coffee. Well, I don't need coffee to be happy.
and yeah, ignore the Karens and what was it, the Kevins?
Yeah.
Yeah, ignore them, stay away from them. But
Mhm.
and I think this is what we've been always saying, and it's very simple: be positive, be happy. Like I always said, my goal every day is to make someone smile. You make someone
Mhm.
smile, that means you're spreading happiness, and you know that person will be having a hell of a day. You make them smile, you make them laugh. It's gonna make their day better. And them still being grumpy or something, they might be happy, and it raises the vibration.
Mhm. Yeah, you're right. Or doing kinder things. If you see somebody needs help, always help out if you can. At least try to help people even if nobody notices, or even if you're tired, or even if you don't have time or money. Even they need your time. There's always someone who needs us.
Exactly. And sometimes you just need to call someone. Just say hello. How you doing? How was your day?
Yep,
But
you're right.
so anyone that's listening and would like to hear their message, are you ready to give the message today?
Yes. Let me grab my
Before we go, while she gets that ready, I just want to announce that if you find yourself in an unhappy situation where you have a car accident, have no fear. Mr. Happy Paul Kessler's here. Any questions or anything you have with an accident, give them a call 661-206-6990 or visit their website, kesslerlawfirm.com. Great people, friendly people. Say hi to Lily in the office. They're awesome people. They make the bad situation better. So give Paul Kessler at Kessler Law Firm a call. Now we're ready. And sometimes I get so involved in the conversations, I forget to do my job. So anyone that likes to hear the message, just put your name in the comments, and we're happy to read your message. So yesterday, Ingrata, she was busy, but she came over here so she could read her message.
Oh, she wants a message from me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. We can start with her.
No, 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 no traducida. English.
In English, no traducida. Okay. All right. So for Ingrata, we have exactly what we were just talking about. It says give back. It says that she needs to take a little break from her normal life, and it's time to give back. Giving back does not have to be difficult. She can do it with very simple ways. To contributing in the community, just giving some times, donating some food, donating clothes, just give back to the community. And like I said, that helps you. Um, it's contagious with other people, and then it helps you raise your vibration, and then then people start seeing it, and then they want to do it as well.
I'll translate real quick. Dice que tienes que cambiar, salir de lo normal y dar para atrás a la comunidad o a la vida. Hacer buenas obras.
Ujú.
Siempre hago buenas obras.
Sí, y de esa manera puedes contagiar a los demás y pueden seguir tus pasos, y así ayudas a subir la vibración, no nada más tuya, sino la de toda la tierra.
Okay, thank you.
Sí, de nada.
We go with Angelica OLEA. Hi, I want my message.
All right. Angelica, la mama. Okay, commit to happiness. That's what it says here. So what they're telling you here is that true happiness comes from within. So you have to seek happiness from inside of you. You're not gonna find it outside. It's nobody's job to make you happy. You have to make yourself happy. Sometimes things seems to be falling apart. When you're facing a crisis, you may look for alternative ways to have more energy or to be soothed. They want you to pay attention to everything around you and what makes you happy, and do more of that. That also helps you with your vibration. When you are happy, your vibration is higher.
Really good. And Mr. Kirubin.
Hi, Dad. All right, let's do one for Victor. Okay, they say that they are sending you healing. It actually says receive healing. So they're telling you that it is very important to step for healing. The very important step for healing is being able to recognize you need it. So you need to take a step back and just accept it. But you need to know that you need it, and then that way you can accept it. When you are asked about your health, you discount what is going on by saying that you're fine. So I'm understanding here that you need to take care of your health. So if you know that there's something wrong, you need to take care of that right away. Not just say, "Oh, it's fine. It's gonna be fine," or "I haven't been diagnosed with anything. There's nothing wrong." They're really encouraging you here to take care of yourself, mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Very good. Kylie wants her to.
All right, Kylie. Oh, yeah. Okay, for Kylie, it says it's time to move forward. Nothing ever stays the same. Life is in a constant state of change. Um, they're telling you that you need to trust in things that are happening, and that are changing. Things are gonna change for the better. Just trust, and know that everything's going to be fine. Things are going to move, and you cannot stop it from happening. Just know that it's for your best interest.
Very good. And it says, "Hi, I'm Jimena. I want my card, please. Thank you."
Of course. Jimena. All right, for Jimena, we have respect. Okay, so right here is talking about a healing process. You need to respect yourself, which means you also have to love yourself. You need it, and it is a healing process. You need to know your self-worth. You need to realize that you deserve better, and to praise and love yourself. So always love yourself and take care of yourself, and that is a way of respect.
That was for Jimena.
Mhm.
On avradiofm.com, they're saying they put a comment that says, "Fun subject, guys. Will you speak astrology at any time?"
Yeah, coming soon.
I mean, so easy fit right in. And Angelica Olea says, "Thank you." Victor Olea says,
So,
"Thank you, hijo. Thank you, Bandit. Today's Bandit." Okay, because we
all
are
right. Yeah, thank you for watching.
Tanya Agüero. Me, I guess she wants to
For
record.
Tanya. Thank you for watching. Let's see what we got here for Tanya. Okay, so they're telling you that you need to be clear about a specific situation. And that way, when you are very clear and in alignment, you can manifest things better. So you need to be aligned. If you want something to come true or to be manifested, you need to be aligned mentally and emotionally. You cannot say, I really want a pink cup, but deep and you feel that you're not going to get that. I know I'm going to get green, but I want the pink one. You need to align both things and be like, I want the pink one and I know I'm going to get the pink one. So that's what they're telling you. In order for you to manifest something, you need to be very clear and aligned so that you can get and manifest better and sooner that way.
Nice. So you got align your chakras. Helga Olea says, "Thank you, thank you." Anyone else before we go? Take advantage of your free message from Salma Olea. While we wait, let's do mine.
All right. Bandido.
Bandit. Today's Bandit.
Oh, bandit. Sorry. Okay. You always get. My mom tells you, no te hueles, eh?
Oh, just for the record, can you tell? Your mom. It was your mom's card. Ingrata needs to hear the one I got. She has to see the playback from last night.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so right here they're telling you to grow or growth. They're talking about that you're never going to stop growing. We're always growing. That is a lifelong process. There's always something new to become skilled at, and there's always a way to enhance your energy. So what they want you to do is to just make that a priority. Set goals and work towards them, and then things are gonna run much more smoothly. And then they also want you to share what you have learned so that you can guide others. So you're also a leader.
You guys hear that? You guys are gonna be my sheep. We have one more. Can you read for Araceli Agüero Bres?
Oh yeah, of course. Let's see. Araceli. For Araceli, we have. Let's see. Okay, so for Araceli, they're saying that there's answers within. They're telling her that she doesn't need to look externally for what she's looking for. When something is triggering her or distressing her, she has to look within. Maybe there's something that she needs to heal. What is bothering her? Sometimes when we get triggered or bothered or insulted even, it's because there's something inside of us that we haven't healed. There's something there that just needs to be healed, and that way we won't take so much pain from the external world. And it even says right here, no one is looking to hurt you. So what they're asking her to do is to, in order to overcome that, she has to try to heal and let go. She has to let go of whatever situation, and then she knows what it is because she knows what upsets her, what triggers her, let go of that and know that it's not worth your time anymore. It's not worth your suffering anymore. It's in the past. Let it go.
All right, that's a good one. That's a really good message. All right, anyone else before we go? Because she's going, gone. There's one more. Steven Agüero.
Okay, let's do for Stephen. Oh God. Oh, we're talking about vibration. Okay, so kind of what we were talking about. They're talking to him about vibration here. They're pretty much saying that it is very normal for us humans, for everyone, to go through like a vibrational or a mood difference throughout the day. Maybe we wake up tired and upset, and then it gets better, or vice versa. Um, but they're saying that there's a process of healing, and then sometimes we feel very low energy. So when our energy lowers, it's because our body is healing. Okay, and then they're saying that sometimes if we don't control that, then it goes towards depression. So they're asking you to raise your vibration, and then that way it'll bring everything else up. So if we allow all of this to go that way, then we're going to get depressed, sad, negative, low vibrational. So what they're asking him to do is do things that will help him raise his vibration. And I have mentioned them before, but I will mention them again for him. Things that make our vibrations high are love, happiness, positive things, even being kind to other people, kind to living beings, being in nature. Nature helps a lot with the vibration. He just needs to surround himself with loving people, maybe family members that are very positive and always happy, and that way his vibration will raise as well. Always stay with a positive mindset as well.
So be positive, Steven, and raise your vibration.
Mm-hmm.
That is really cool. So, anyone else before we go? I say thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you for watching.
So we will be back next Thursday, 7 p.m. And today was a fun topic. A lot of people enjoyed it today, talking about the extraterrestrials and the reptilians.
That's awesome. If anybody has any questions or anything, just send them to Bandit, and then we can try to answer them next week.
For sure. Or here, we got one more for Anna Panduro.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see here, Anna.
Great friend. As a matter of fact, since she's on here, I want to announce that pretty soon she has the studio, dance studio here in Rock, ballet and everything, and they're starting an adult class. So, Anna, send me the info again, please, for the adult class, so we could send people over there to learn how to dance. And dancing is a good way to lose weight, also. All those extra pounds from Christmas.
Right, from all of that. To set your goals. Okay, so what they're telling Anna is to modify. They want you to modify and release any fears that you may have. You need to learn from them. You need to grab the good and the lesson from that. Anything that you're afraid of. All the positive emotions are linked to effort, focus, energy, and inspiration. Mm. And then it's also talking about that whatever you do, it it influences your emotions and your well-being. So make sure that you're always doing things that you're passionate about and that make you happy. That way you are always letting that positive energy run. Otherwise, then we get stuck, and then we step backwards. But if you're doing that already, then keep moving forward that way, and that way you can influence your body in the positive way. Yep, just talking about positivity, always staying positive, think positive, and that way you can be in alignment with what you're meant to be here for.
Perfect. And then she says, we're going to have the dog class starts January 25th from 7 to 8 p.m. And that sounds right. That's why I dance and teach. There you go.
That's great. Awesome. What kind of dance lessons does she teach?
Folclórico.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? My sister likes that. I'll let my mom know.
Yeah.
My sister likes that stuff. She wanted to join in her high school, but I don't think she did. So
Yeah. Anna has the best school, the best folclórico.
awesome. That's great. My sister lives out there, so she might be able to stop by.
You got it. So then, everyone, we'll see you guys next Thursday, 7 p.m. And you can catch us on Wednesday in Espanol.
In Espanol. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, for listening.
So you can come and join us. Of course, I would let Angelica know. Angelica OLEA.
Yeah. Thank
Conéctate.
you. Yeah, my sister's really interested in that. Maybe my mom can take her.
You got it. So see you next week. Have a great weekend and be positive.
Yes, stay positive.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.